Well, hello, everybody. This is Tony Chavez, your host for the Pro2Pro podcast, with another interview and a member who have been wanting to have this conversation because all the great things that he has done in this journey of being a PGA professional. But without much further ado, let me introduce you to Randy Shannon, PGA from Santa Barbara Golf Club. Hello, Pro. How are you?
Hey, Tony, good to see you and hear your voice again. How you been?
Well, just doing fine, doing fine. I'm going through my notes and I was looking to see, well, Randy, how many years of service? And I counted 39, but I don't know. It was the math right?
We can just say a long time, but yes, you're by the numbers, I guess I'd have to say you're correct. I became a member in February of '86, so
Every
that's been
86.
39 years now. I obtained membership when I was 24 years old. I was working in Texas for Charles Cootie, Masters winner in
Wow.
1971.
Hmm.
And it was a great way for me to start my career. I turned professional when I was 20.
And you've called the Santa Barbara Golf Club your home for how long?
9 years, uh, 9 years this month, actually. And proud to say it's the longest I've been at one facility. When I was younger, I kind of like to, I don't want to say move every 5 years, but I always set 5 years goals for myself. And I felt if I was at a property where I became stagnant or wasn't continually to learn and always wanted to try to improve myself, I kind of set a 5 year goal. And hey, some were four, some were 6 or 7, but this one's been 9. So this is something I really enjoy Santa Barbara Golf Club a lot.
There's so much capacity for growth in this profession that, having the expectation to be at a place for the rest of your life, unless it's Augusta National or, the pinnacle of clubs, I think it's a realistic thing to say. I'm gonna give it my best and measure year over year, and with the goal of 5 years, and maybe you re-up your own contract for another five or another whatever, right?
Right, right. You know, like things change every day, every week, every month, right? And we can't always predict where the next opportunity comes. And some of my
Mm.
opportunities, they come your way through networking, people relationships, mentors, all those different things that have helped me through my career. I say blessed. So,
How was it working for a Masters champion?
oh, it was great. So, I'm 20 years old. I went to school in San Diego for a couple of years at the Golf Academy. It felt like it was right up my alley. I enjoyed to play a lot. I was competitive in high school and college, and I wanted to stay competitive. I also wanted to see if that was maybe an opportunity for me, as maybe a lot of young players do. It's funny talking about relationships. One of my mentors, Craig Williamson, is the one that hired me at
Craig
Kapalua.
Williamson. I
You know,
know Craig.
you know Craig. You know how smart he is.
Wow.
And he left Kapalua 3 months after I was there. He left as director of golf of Kapalua. That gave me the spot as the head golf professional, because the head golf professional at the big course, what became the director of golf, who's a mentor of mine, but Gary Planos, bless his soul. It's funny how it jumped 8 years later,
Hmm.
and Craig and I actually worked together at Broken Top. He was a consultant,
Wow.
and it helped me, I'm sure, to some extent, because we worked together and knew each other, to, again, networking, right? All the people and it got me into there as the director of golf. As after that one, I went down to Lake Tahoe and opened up my third golf course, Sierra Nevada Golf Ranch. And then I came down to Southern California in 2001. So I've been a SoCal boy now for, I guess, 24 years or so. After going through my 3 golf courses in Southern California in shorter time period than what I wanted. By the way, I didn't say this, but all 3 golf courses sold. this had happened to me 3 times in a row. So I reached out to Dr. Somerville and he hired me as his director of golf, director of placement at the Professional Golfers Career College, which is still operating in Temecula. And that was 7 years there. And it was a lot of fun, using maybe some of my knowledge to help train and teach our future leaders in the industry. I've been at private equity. I've been at a private non-equity. I've been at resorts. I've been at public, and now I've been at municipality. And, it's never always greener on the other side, right? There's certain good fits for individuals within a property, maybe the ownership, maybe the management company. I personally just got into the business because I loved golf, right? I think like a lot of us, we loved golf. We want to do what we love to do.
I mean, what a great journey, right? I mean, you go from being in Texas to Hawaii to Oregon to, make your way down south to Tahoe and then now in California, in different levels of responsibility, in different levels of um, golf courses. I mean, you're talking about getting the opportunity to open golf courses. Not many of us have had that opportunity. So the fact that you did get that opportunity, it speaks for a well-rounded career. But let me ask you this. So you've seen in your many years in this profession, and you've been associated with great teams. How many PGA members have you had under your tutelage?
I would just be throwing a number out there, Tony, so I wouldn't
Yeah,
want to do that. But I would say quite a few,
quite a few.
quite a few.
But I guess you can look back and say you have had people that have worked with you, and they've gone to bigger and greater things in their career.
I think so. I more recently, when I told you about the golf college, there's 100 graduates a year, and I was there for 7 years. So there's 700 there. And I
There you go.
keep in touch with a lot of them through social media. And
Hmm.
now they are head golf professionals, directors of golf. And, so there's quite a few. And I think that's our obligation as PGA members. I've always felt that way. I've always been on chapter boards and tried to, and as I'm on the Northern chapter board right now, I've been the associate member for, I guess, 6 or 7 years, but I've enjoyed it. It's part of, I feel like it's part of my job. Again, I
Hmm.
don't look at it as work. It's our obligation to continue to grow our industry and make it better than what we left it.
If you could go back in time, what advice would you give young Randy now?
Not to worry about things I can't change. It took me a while to not take things personally. And I took it as if something didn't go right, it was my fault. Because if I'm the head golf professional or whatever my title was, bottom line is it's on me. I learned that I can't change people. I can try to influence people. So if I can change the way they think a little bit by examples or using maybe experiences I have and let them learn it for themselves, I think that's what I would tell the younger Randy. I also learned I had to back off. I wanted my hands in everything when I was younger. And I had to take a step back and, with what I just said, delegate and learn how to follow through with delegation so you can be productive.
Boy, well, any departing words of wisdom, Randy? But before I get to that, I can't thank you enough for all the wisdom you brought us in the in this portion so far. Hopefully, there's one more golden nugget that you can share.
Yesterday's history, tomorrow's a mystery. Live it by the moment, enjoy the moment, and seize the moment.
Wow, great words of wisdom. Great career.
Well, Tony, thank you very much for that. And thank you for all you do within our engagement committee and everything for PGA members and associates, because I appreciate the opportunity. I appreciate the invite, and you're a great host. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much. And with that, it's a wrap for the Pro2Pro podcast. Thanking one more time our guest, Randy Shannon from Santa Barbara Golf Club. And now I am in search for the next pro that would like to come over to our portal and share his or her story. And with that, Randy, thank you again. I'll
Yeah.
see you. I'll see you at some meeting or at some tournament, Randy.
We'll see you at the links.
There you go.